Now we've all either seen an Alucard do this or versed an Alucard who did it, and in this video I'm going to teach you guys how to be that Alucard that did it. If you don't know who I am, my name is XML. I currently have about 240 matches this season on Alu. I'm sitting at 9k MMR and I have an 84% win rate. Now typically I play between solo, duo, and trio queue, with a lot of my matches being in trio queue since it's easier to win games. You guys can be upset about that. In this video I'm also playing trio queue with Sol and with Hajun. Either way, there's a lot of individual macro that you need to understand on Alu, so watching through these two gameplays that I have for you guys today is going to be the easiest way to learn it. Another thing that you have to keep in mind is that these are also entertaining. Both of these gameplays are savage gameplays, so enjoy, watch how to do it, and let's get right into it. Now, I've been asked a few times, what do you do when Alu doesn't snowball? So this means when you have a bad early game, maybe dying on the first turtle contest, maybe dying 2 or 3 times, maybe getting invaded. Well, I'm going to teach you guys how you work around that now with this first gameplay. And the second gameplay is going to teach you guys how to actually snowball the way that you're seeing that random Alucard doing in your lobby. That random Alu that's 8-0, 9-0 by the 6-minute mark. Yeah, we're going to teach you how to be him. So watch and learn. Even though my roamer fed a free kill on bot lane, it's not the end of the world. We're still able to farm substantially. I mean, Lucas even went for the EXP crab, which is a big waste of time for him. There's absolutely no purpose to taking this thing, especially considering that he didn't go for lethal as well. There was really no purpose at all. So let's take this lethal as well. We're already level 3.5 and we haven't even touched our topside jungle. I really like doing this rotation because you're almost always level 4.5 to level 5 before a turtle, which is a very big gap to have. And also, if you don't want to contest that turtle, you can immediately just go straight down to your green again that you took right after your red buff and start your red buff afterwards as well. And you're still perfectly timing your rotation, which is the beautiful thing about doing this rotation with Alu. Because Lucas wasted extra time, we were able to take 2 of his greens away, so this is already some mythical immortal level punishment that you're seeing here. We immediately punished him for his bad rotation by taking away 2 extra greens from him that he needed. This is very important, and even if I get greedy here, at least he's not going to be able to really take back too much from me. Luckily, I recalled before I died. Even though Lucas might take my green here, like I said, we took 2 of his greens away, so it's not the end of the world. Consider it a 2-for-1 trade. And also, because he took a turtle, yes, he gets a little bit more of a benefit, but it's not the end of the world. Honestly, I just fully did not expect the damage there that they had. I got a little bit too cocky. That's kind of what happens when you have an 84% win rate, so forgive me. Always look for a free kill on the map. You don't want to target someone who you can't kill, you always want to look for who is killable, because that is the easiest way to farm. Get an extra 2 or 3 kills this way, it's 400 to 600 extra gold. That's the equivalent of farming 2 jungle creeps. As you can see, we get that extra 200 gold from Kadita, and I'm no longer wasting any more time up here. I have greens that I can be jungling, and I'm currently in a position that I don't want to be fighting. If I have my ult on a 20-second cooldown, and I also have retri, I don't want to fight. I know I just said I didn't want to fight, but forcing X-Borg's ultimate is always a good thing, and even though Hajun overcommits, let's stay here for a little bit longer to make sure he clears his wave safely, and then let's try not to fight anything before this turtle, because I get a big power spike at level 8. Thank God I recalled again before that Kadita killed me, but she did use Flicker there, just keep in mind. On the other hand, one thing that's important to note is that Alucard gets power spikes at level 4, 8, and 12. You need to unlock these power spikes if you are close to them before you fight enemies, because 10% extra lifesteal is not a joke. And point taken right here. 10% extra lifesteal definitely saved me a lot here and kept me in a position that Lucas, even with an Angela, was not able to kill me. This is very important. You need to make sure that you're reaching these power spikes first. If I'm level 11 and 3/4, I'm gonna farm for level 12 before I take on a fight. Pretty simple stuff, no? Honestly, Kadita's Thalassophobia passive is really annoying, but like I said, it's totally fine. We managed to confirm that kill because I know her flicker was on cooldown, so because of her earlier aggression, we were able to profit on it by taking her out later on in the game. So it's kind of an equal trade because we're on the path to snowballing now as long as I don't make any mistakes.
Does perfect even mean?
Notice how simple my early is now. I really played bad. I didn't get my snowball, I didn't get my advantage, so what am I doing? I'm playing really calm. All I'm doing is taking my jungle, farming, waiting for the right opportunity to pick someone off. I'm not jumping into their team 5 versus 1. I'm not jumping into a Lucas and Angela when they both have ultimate. These are the things you guys need to be aware of and track, because if you don't, all you're gonna do is feed. And if you keep track of them, all you're gonna do is destroy everyone. Weren't we just barely 2-2 a few minutes ago? You guys see how quickly you can turn things around? Easiest savage of my life. This is the macro that you need to be applying if you're playing Alu. Now I know a lot of you guys are sitting there and you're like, right, I see this in every video but I can't do it. It's because you need to try to apply this kind of decision making in your game. Notice how I took the turtle first. Notice how I waited for Lucas and Xborg to not have ultimate, for Angela to not have ultimate for a while, for Kadita to jump in too far and to feed. It's these kind of things. And even if you overextend with Alu, look at how easily we can escape. This is the power of Alu, and this is why he is such an amazing jungler right now.
These expectations, they keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out. I'm gonna live inside the upside down. For a minute, cold, cruel. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to think, honey, I'm a perfect 10.
Another thing that I love about Alu is that you can just easily take lords. It's so easy to take the lord because it cannot kill you. At any point in the game, literally, you're able to take the lord solo. It's just a matter of how long it will take you and how much of a threat there is for the enemy contesting you. But if the enemy's on the other side of the map fighting, you should always take a Lord, because that way, even if your team loses the fight, your whole team gets 300 extra gold from you taking the Lord. Every single lane is pushing, and the enemy team cannot push as easily when you have enhanced minions. Now, even though Kadita is a threat for Alu, there is a certain point in the game where you have to understand that you're not fed enough to kill an Alu. So if you're playing Kadita and doing these kind of things, all you're doing is feeding me even further. Instead, she should be playing very safely and looking to get a kill onto either my marksman or my mage, because I'm simply not someone that she can kill right now no matter how hard she tries. She needs her team to burst me down very low before she's able to have the damage. Now, even though this was a bit of a weird engage and I ended up dying for it, I had full confidence in this Melissa to end the game. And then she started doing this. I have no clue what this Melissa is doing up here, being more greedy for more kills rather than just ending the game. Maybe she was bored during laning phase, I have no clue. But thankfully, our volleyer decided to lock the base and he was able to end the game for us. I really don't understand the thought process of this Melissa, but it is what it is. Very easy game, very easy to show you guys how to turn games around. Even if you have a bad early, it's still manageable and doable. Anyways guys, let's get right into game number 2 because this one is even juicier than this one. Now the enemy's lineup in this game is pretty good. Florin, Esme, 1-1, Suyu, Odette. It seems kind of annoying for Alu, no? I mean, so much healing, so much shielding, so much damage reduction. It seems pretty brutal. But I'm gonna tell you guys, you're literally gonna 2 or 3 shot everyone if you do simple things that I do in this gameplay. Watch how I snowball this game, watch how I make it unwinnable for them. It is absolutely disgusting, and even if later on in the game I start trolling a little bit out of boredom, because that's how heavily I snowballed, you guys are gonna see how to snowball to a point where the game is so easy for you that you feel like you're playing in a Grandmaster lobby. Keep in mind, every enemy on the enemy team is above 150 to 200 stars. Let's get right into it. Again, I'm doing the 5 camp clear because it only benefits you as a jungler, it doesn't hurt you. Keep in mind that doing this clear also gives you Fury Hammer on Alucard, which is very important if you are doing it down to gold lane, or technically if gold lane was on EXP lane, because you need the EXP crab for that extra gold. And if you can't get it, this rotation is still fast enough that you actually jungle faster than most junglers in this game. So if I get Letho, I will get enough gold for Fury Hammer. If I don't get Letho, I can go up to the enemy's top green and I can get enough gold for Fury Hammer. The reason why I'm repeating this is 12 extra penetration and 35 physical attack, combined with Flame Retri, which gives you 70 physical attack for 3 seconds, is 105 extra physical attack. This is why my Alu is hitting like a truck at level 4 and yours isn't. You need to keep that in mind. And just like that, we're able to confirm an easy kill onto Esme. And since the enemy team is missing, I'm just going to recall and I'm going to go down to my red buff, because I don't really care about the turtle currently. When I see that Dairoth and Glue are zoning, it means that most likely the enemy jungler is going to go to his jungle as well, or he's setting up shop somewhere on a lane. And now that we see that Suyu's towards his green, he's probably going to try to help his Esmeralda out, which gives me enough time to farm my red buff before going to the turtle. Now, of course, you heard the plan was going to the turtle after my red, but when 1-1 is so overextended and a free shutdown at this point because of how bad my Leslie is, we're going to take that 280 gold, we're going to take that green, and we're going to take this one as well, because they still haven't done the turtle. And honestly, in my opinion, it's not even worth getting this turtle. If you don't have the confidence to take it, go to your blue. But if you do, watch this. Notice how I didn't really engage the enemy until I used Flame Retry. That's because when you retry the turtle, you're also hitting someone else on the other team at the same time, as long as they are in range of you during your retry at the turtle, which means that I'm not only getting the objective, but I'm also getting 70 bonus damage for 3 seconds. And did you guys see how quickly they got shredded? It's absolutely insane. I mean, Flame Retry and Hunter Strike alone give you around 150 physical attack, and you guys can see that that Odette quite literally disappeared. And that's why Flame Retry is one of the most important tips I can give to any Alucard player. Don't use it on your buff and then immediately join fights after. Instead, you should be using it on the enemy, because you're not only taking their hybrid defense with your ultimate and giving it to yourself, but you're also taking 70 physical attack or magic damage from them and giving it to yourself as well. So now you're taking damage and taking hybrid defense, making them squishier and also making them do less damage to you in both ways. You guys see what I'm saying? Now add this to the fact that Alu has 10, 20, 30% hybrid lifesteal at a base from level 4, 8, and 12. Pretty broken, right? I mean, this 1-1 has been perma-farming and she still doesn't even stand a chance. I think you guys see now just how broken Alu can be and just how easily you can snowball. And this is the type of things that you need to be doing, and that is going to be the difference maker in whether or not you are a 70 or 80 or 90% win rate Alu. The reason I don't mention 60 is because a lot of you guys are currently stuck at 60. Apply these tips, you will be a 70. Master them a little better, you will be a 80. Master them even more, you will probably surpass me in most Alu mains and be at a 90. This game's already a pretty big wrap from the way that we snowballed, but it does get even better, so keep watching. On the other hand, one thing you need to be processing is that it's time to build Malefic Roar, simply because the enemy team has a Florin and an Esmeralda, which both give shield, and Malefic Roar is the perfect counter. Now, we're gonna get Sea Halberd and Blade of Despair anyways, but I'm deciding to get Malefic Roar at this point, simply because I want to be immediately bursting through those shields, and I did forget to mention Odette's ultimate. I mean, you're seeing now that we're already 3-hitting, so what happens when we get full build? I mean, we've snowballed to a point where I don't even need my ultimate to confirm kills. That's how gross this snowball is, and this is in a 150 plus star mythical immortal lobby. Now that we got Malefic Roar and we have the damage for those shields, let's go Sea Halberd and cut those shields almost in half. and then after that we can go for Blade of Despair for that extra damage. Notice how I'm not building cooldown in this game, and that's because we have so much damage already. Why not make it even more gross? Also, please do pay attention to how I'm maintaining my War Axe stacks right now. Anyways, now you see how gross it can be. Flame Retry, ultimate, proper itemization, getting the correct items to burst through the enemy. They were getting 2 and 3 hit. I mean, that Florin ultimate almost did nothing to them at all, and it did heal that Esmeralda to full HP, which is crazy. She was down to 30-40% HP, Florin ults, back up to full, and then down again to 0. You guys see how busted Alucard can be. The only thing that's making a difference in your gameplay not being higher, as I said before, is simply your decision making and your usage of Alu. The small things like using Flame Retry, the small things like building the proper items, these are small little details, very intricate, but small little details that make all of the difference. Good thing I recalled before I died, but I really do start to get a little bit greedy here, and that's simply out of boredom. It's 9 minutes in, I've been getting a kill every 30 seconds pretty much. Of course I am pretty bored. You guys need to process that honestly spamming Alu all day does get boring as well. I just enjoy spamming Alu because you're doing this to people every single game. You don't do this to people on other heroes. Alu is very specific in the way that he just terrorizes people. It's a good thing I decided to recall instead of being too greedy with that 1-1 there. Honestly, I need to teach you guys how to use this recall technique. Instead of giving the enemy shutdowns, all you gotta do is this, and you're literally gonna be surviving every time. Of course, I'm joking, I tried to force the maniac and got killed. But on some real shit, the second we decide to lock back in, they don't stand any chance. So let's get our Blade of Despair, and let's end their misery already and move on to the next game, which will be in the next video. I mean, do you guys ever see an Esmeralda get shredded that easily by an Alu? That's the type of stuff that I'm trying to teach you guys. Anyways, itemize properly, use Flame Retry properly, and you guys are going to be terrorizing games. I hope that you guys can see my micro and macro decision making here, and if you can't, rewatch some moments and figure out what it is that I'm doing. It's small things like here, baiting 1-1's Wind of Nature because I saw that she had it, and then jumping on her after it's gone. These are the small details, people, and once you learn them, you will probably be a better player than me. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, which will be either more dirty Alucard gameplays, or it will be something entirely different. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.